I think it's important that we understand that this is not just about Senator Schumer, but that this is about the Democratic Party. Senator Schumer, there's no one vote that ended this shutdown. We are talking about a coordinated effort of 8 senators with the knowledge of Leader Schumer voting to break with the entire Democratic Party in exchange for nothing.
Well, she didn't really answer the question, did she? Is Chuck Schumer to blame for the Democrat shutdown and now the civil war that's erupted, all the infighting? Let's bring in our panel. On the right, we are pleased to have host of the Howie Carr Show. And Howie has a brand new book out. It's called Mass Corruption, Volume 1. Looks like a fantastic read. I cannot wait to dig in. And on the left, pleased to have Democratic strategist and former Democratic speechwriter Madeline Summerville. AOC also made this really interesting post on her social media today saying that Trump voters, they're so upset about what's going on in the country. They want to be socialists. Here she is in her own alternate reality.
I can't tell you how many times someone has pulled me aside and said either I was once a big Trump voter and a Trump supporter, now I've learned and now I've changed and I'm with you and I learn from you.
Therapy. She can't tell her how many times, Howie, because maybe it's just in her own mind that this is happening. I don't know. AOC's sort of rebranding now, trying to make it cool to be a socialist after Mondami's win. What do you think?
Are these same voters that she used to say all want to date her? And where does she run into them? Does she run into them while she's out walking her designer French bulldog in the Navy Yard, or when she's getting on her private jet that she uses to go around the country to preach revolution with Senator Bernie Sanders? I'm going to call BS on that statement. I don't think there are any such people out there.
I don't think so either. But Madeline, boy, does she have bigger aspirations. And the way she handled this so deftly, you know, Democrats are in disarray, but clearly if it's up for grabs, AOC wants a piece of it.
I think that her overall intention here was to try to welcome in voters from the other side, because Democrats are so bad at it, right? If you've got somebody who's interested in learning from you, you don't want to characterize them as inept or somebody who's like desperate. You want to be able to say, hey, these are people who might be interested, right? If what you're trying to do is sell your brand of your politics, then you have to talk about it in a welcoming way. You don't have to make them look desperate at the same time.
Yeah, even if it is maybe stretching the truth. Let's talk about John Fetterman. He has a new book out as well. In addition to talking about the shutdown, he is saying he's drunk deeply in the venom of both the left and the right in this book. And he says, as a connoisseur, I can confirm that the most poisonous, the bitterest is from the far left. Here he is.
The right would say really rough things and names. You know, some names I won't repeat on TV, but the on the left, it was like they want me to die, or that we're cheering for your next stroke, or that's terrible that depression won. Why couldn't it depression won?
He's been really open about some of his, battles there, Howie. But that's it. The party of the left, AOC's going to sell it, because we see them cheering Charlie Kirk's assassination just days ago at Berkeley. We obviously know that Jay Jones is now the top law enforcement official in Virginia, elected after texts about wanting to see people die. The party of the left is pretty disgraceful on many levels today, Howie.
You know what? You didn't play the cut, but what I liked was the response from Dana Bash when she hears that the party of the left party is more violent and more nasty, and she goes, "Oh gosh." Like she's surprised by this. This is something new.
Well, just
Dana,
like Nicole Wallace last week, who said, Nicole Wallace last week with Jamie Pritzker was like, "I've never heard them call Trump a Nazi." You're right, Howie. I mean, they're just lying.